Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you are here for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Katarina. Today's video is going to be my January favorite products. So I have quite a lot of some makeup products here I'm going to talk about. I'm not doing very deep reviews of these products, I'm just quickly telling why I have been loving this, so this video won't be a million years long. And I have also a couple of other favorites in the end of the video. Every month I want to tell who has been my favorite YouTuber. And if I do have some other favorite things, like this month I have one TV series I want to quickly talk about, those I'm going to mention in the end of the video. I am so happy that January has gone and now it's February. January is definitely my least favorite month of the year. In Finland it is very dark. December is also dark, but you know, then it's Christmas and all this, so January is just, I think it's boring, it's dark, and spring is not even close. While in February there is all the time more light and the spring is getting closer. But I have quite a lot of beauty favorites, so let's get into them. So I do have a new primer here. I have had this 6 months or so. This month I finally fell in love with it. So this is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. This is very good when it comes to pore filling. I mainly want my primer to fill in my pores and makes my skin smoother so that foundation looks better. If I don't use a primer, then all the pores will be so visible. I think this really is good pore filling primer. A new foundation I really have been enjoying is this e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This has a couple of downsides in it. First one is the scent of this. This has a very strong scent and it doesn't, you know, go away. And this lightest shade I have, Porcelain or Natural nowadays. It is too dark for me, but I mix in some whitening drops. But you know, that is something with e.l.f. foundations that I always have to do. So yeah, there is a little bit of downsides, but other than that, this foundation looks amazing. I think this is like medium to buildable coverage. It's no way full, but it's definitely medium. This one doesn't make my pores look big, it stays on very well, it doesn't hang on to the dry patches on my face, it just looks very good. It's like, I would call this a demi-matte foundation because that one is too dark, and I also have been using my e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation because I have been having some breakouts, but I have used it sparingly because the said Porcelain has been out of stock forever, so I'm not mentioning that more in this video, but that one and that Flawless Finish Foundation are too dark for me, so I have been really using the Body Shop Lightening Drops. So these are very good. I think they little bit take away coverage of your foundation, but not too much. I mix 1 drop of this to the foundation I'm using and it really lightens it so that the foundation matches me better. I have finally fallen in love with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I was for the longest time like, I don't see all the hype with this one, but now I have been using this because I have this in shade Fair Neutral. I think this is a little bit too light for me and I have to try to use it up so before it gets spring and I make it a little bit tan. So this really is a good coverage. I think there is no concealer that covers all of my dark circles because my eyes are set like that if I watch them in certain angle, I can see my dark circles, no matter how many coats of Shape Tape I do have. But while I watch videos, I really see that this concealer is doing wonders. So it doesn't crease on me, a little bit goes a long way, it's so full coverage. And what I really do appreciate in this one is that it contains a lot of product. So one of these Shape Tape concealers contains 10 ml of product, so it's very much for a concealer. And I have started to like this very fat applicator. First I was like, oh, this is so clumsy and, you know, awkward, but I really do like this. So yeah, I think this is my new favorite concealer. And I know I mentioned Tarte in the video of brands that I don't want to buy more, but Tarte is not of those brands I'm completely boycotting. It's just I'm not very interested of their new stuff because of the Shape Tape foundation shade thing and all these limited edition releases they are doing, and the products are even not limited edition, but I'm not completely boycotting them, I'm just not super interested either. But I think the Shape Tape Concealer is something I will be buying more. Then I have a new powder favorite, and this is the We Care Icon Perfect Wear Makeup Powder, and I have this in shade 1 Perfect Nude. So We Care Icon is a brand that is only sold in Finland, so unfortunately if you are watching this video from another country you cannot buy this. It's only sold in Finland in Sokos. Jeffree Star actually mentioned Sokos in his recent video, that was so cool. So this one is a powder foundation that has really nice coverage. If I have foundation that maybe makes my pores look a little bit more visible, even though I have under a primer that makes them smaller, but I think this one makes the pores disappear a little bit. So powder foundation is something I really like to use with very liquidy foundations. Okay, then the contour product I have been liking this month is the Anastasia Contour Kit, and especially two shades from here. This shade, Fawn, is like almost grayish, you know, contour, and this Java shade is actually something that it has almost like red undertones. I definitely do have some yellow undertones in my skin, even now that I am pale, but once I get tan, it's so obvious that I have yellow undertones, and then I cannot use contour shades like this. I have today contoured with this Fawn under my cheekbone, and I have contoured with this Java shade on my forehead. I will no longer be buying contour kits because there are always some shades that I don't use. I think this sand shade and this Havana shade are something I will never even be using, but once I have finished up these three shades, I don't want to ever again buy a contour kit. These Anastasia contour shades are very good quality. They are pigmented, blendable. I like them very much, but it's just this contour kit concept is something that I'm not a fan of anymore, so I have been using up those two shades I just shared with you. Okay, then I have three blushes in here. So the first blush is a pink blush. So this is the Beauty Without Cruelty blush in the shade Radiant Rose. As you see, I have used it a lot. I have had this for years. This is not very pigmented and this is quite powdery. This is not a good quality in my opinion, but this is something that when I am at my palest and if I want to use a pink blush, this is what I like to use. Pink blush is not typically my favorite type of blush. I like more neutral brownish blushes, and if I like to use some color, I like peach corally toned blushes, but pink is typically not my cup of tea. But this one is it's so sheer and it's so slightly pink that I actually like it. This blush is completely matte. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. It has these hearts that are actually swan heads, so it's very pretty packaging. Another blush I have been using a lot is this Essence Matte Touch blush in Rose Me Up. So my lid has broken. Essence has a shittiest packaging ever. The lids broke all the time, but the blush itself is very beautiful. It's matte and this is like cooler toned beige. I have been liking very much, you know, these beige or greyish type of looks. So this is a blush I'm going in when I'm doing that kind of look. And a new blush favorite of mine this month is this Catrice Light and Shadow blush. So I'm no longer buying Essence products because they don't label their vegan products, but Catrice do. So this one is, you know, there is two shades, but I just put my brush in there and put it on my cheeks. This blush is in the shade Bronze Me Up Scotty, and it's what I have on my cheeks today. It has a little bit red in it, but it's very natural brownish. Plus I love this, it's so beautiful. I expected this one to be a little bit more luminous or something, but it is actually quite matte. But it is absolutely beautiful blush. I will definitely be buying all the other shades of this. I have been loving a white highlighter this month. So my only white highlighter is in this BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette. I actually haven't been using the eyeshadows at all this month, but I have really been using this white highlighter. It is very intense and very pigmented, And this is something I recommend you to use with a fluffy brush, because it's that type of formula that it makes your texture to show up. So that's why I recommend you to use fluffy brush and build the color up little by little. But I have really been into this white highlighter. And another highlighter I have really been enjoying this month is the theBalm Mary-Lou Manizer. So I almost got bored with this highlighter. I have used it a lot. I have had it a years. It's like this light champagne type of color. This month I have fallen in love with it again. It is so beautiful on light skin. I remember when this came out and everybody was like, this is the bam to your face highlight, but I don't think this is that type of highlight. You can build it up to be quite visible, but it's not like the most blinding highlight ever, but I think it's so beautiful. And I have completely fallen in love with it again, and I think I will be buying a new one when I finish up this, because this is so beautiful, so versatile. I think this is a shade that goes with every single look. It's absolutely stunning highlighter, and now I remember why I fell in love with it in the first place. Okay, then let's go to the eye products. I have 3 eyeshadow palettes here. The first one I mentioned in my 2017 favorites, so I'm just briefly mentioning this in this video. So this is the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette. I have been using this still very much. This was the first palette I made my 1 palette 3 looks video, and because I filmed that video series, I have also been using this a lot. Another palette I have been loving this month is the Ciate London Olivia Palermo palette. This is the Smoky Sweetest eye palette. This is unfortunately not available anymore, but I love it. It's so beautiful. So it has a gold shade, a green shade, and it has some beautiful plummy and rose gold type of shades. It's more like a cool toned neutral rose gold palette, and I have been loving this rose gold shade here. It's an amazing shade. So I thought that next, when I'm doing the 1 palette 3 look video, I will be doing the 3 looks from this palette. I think Ciate eyeshadows are very underrated. The quality is as good as Urban Decay quality in my opinion. The shades are pigmented, creamy, blendable, just beautiful shadows. And the last palette I wanted to mention quickly is a new palette. I don't think this palette is the best ever, but it has been a positive surprise to me. So it is the Weaker Icon I Love Tigers palette, and I have it in the shade Magic Nude. This is only sold in Sokos in Finland, so I have used this eyeshadow today. So I did the upper lid eyeshadow before doing my base makeup because they have a lot of fallout, but I really like them. These shimmers are they're like blinding shimmery. You have to build them up maybe a little bit, but I do think it's worth it because the result is so beautiful. The satiny shades I think are really good quality. I have used this taupey shade in my lid, this in my lower lash line, this burgundy shade, and these whites I have been using as my highlight. Inner corner highlight is this glittery white, and then this satiny white is on my brow bones. The grey shade is something that I'm not crazy about. It's a little bit too light. If it was deeper I might like it, but I think it's a little bit boring shade. But overall I think this palette is nice. Then I have here a few eyeliners. So a new liquid liner I have been loving is this Catrice Cosmetics liquid liner. So this is an all black eyeliner with a felt tip applicator. I have been using eyeliners with brush tip applicators, but I did need a new vegan affordable eyeliner, so I wanted to give this a go, and I really like this. The felt tip is very thin, so you can create a beautiful thin eyeliner with this one. I have used this today, and this one stays on very well. It's very black. Nothing to complain with this one. Then I have a couple eyeliners here I've been using in my waterline. So I like to do something matte and light in my waterline. So what I really have been liking to use this month is the Body Shop Matte White Kajal. I have been having this a very long time. I have been using this a lot because I am more into cool toned looks now that it is winter. Like today I have some taupe and black going on in my look, so then I like to use a white matte eyeliner in my waterline, but usually I like to use a nude matte eyeliner, and I had the NYX Wonder Pencil for the longest time, and I finally bought a vegan alternative, and I think this vegan alternative is a million years better product. So this is the Catrice Inside Eye Highlighter Pen. When you put this to your waterline, it stays on very well. The NYX Wonder Pencil was something that you had to reapply it many times a day, but this one actually stays on very well. Maybe it is because, you know, this is meant to be used in the waterline. It's very affordable, only few euros, and I'm very happy with this one. Okay, then let's move to the lips. So I have been really liking this Pacifica Color Quench lip tint in Guava Berry this month. These Pacifica lip tints are quite sheer formulas. What I really do like about these Pacifica lip tints is that they are very moisturizing. Sometimes a tinted lip balm or a lip balm in general is something that I don't feel it's moisturizing at all, but these ones I find to be moisturizing. I have this and one other shade. I have used this more because I think this is more good shade now that it's winter. When I'm doing just a no makeup or when I'm doing a natural makeup, now that it is winter, my lips are a little bit more drier, but I actually think these do moisturize and heal my lips, and this does give some tint to them. So yeah, I have been really happy with this one. Here 3 liquid lipsticks. I actually have 2 shades of the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lips. I talked about this lipstick in my 2017 favorites. I love this lipstick because it stays on very well, but it's not like drying at all. Actually, the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lips doesn't look like a matte lipstick. It definitely has that satiny finish to it. I talked about the shade Alyssa in my 2017 favorites, and it has still been my favorite this month because this is, you know, a cooler toned muted pink, and winter is the time when I like to use this type of shades. Another shade I fell in love this month is this shade Point Zero. This is like a cool toned, quite light beige. You know, when I think about January, I think of grey and beige and cool tones and taupe and that kind of shade. So this is so much January shade than a shade can be. So yeah, this is absolutely beautiful and I love the formula. Another liquid lipstick I have really been loving this month is what I'm wearing right now. So as you can see, it's a black lipstick, and it is the Jeffree Star lipstick in Weirdo. I bought this last fall because I needed a black lipstick, and I decided to give Jeffree Star a go. I do buy Jeffree Star now that he has apologized of his racist behavior. This is just beautiful. I did use this in one of my tutorials. I think black is something you can wear in everyday basis if you want. Like today, it's Wednesday. I think this is very appropriate lipstick to wear, and it's so beautiful. It's all matte, you know. If I want to wear a black lipstick, I want it to be completely matte. This is not at all uncomfortable, and what is good in this lipstick is that when I'm going to eat and when I'm going to touch up my lipstick, I can apply this without taking all the lipstick off. This is not like that ugly and crumbly looking. I really do like this. I think it is a good quality. I have here just a couple of nail products. So firstly, I have here the Catrice Icon Nails Gel Lacquer. This is in the shade 4 Red Midnight Mystery. I have this on my nails today. This is something that you have to put 2 coats to get a full coverage, but this one dries very quickly. Again, Catrice does label their vegan products. I think all of these Icon Nails gel nail polishes are vegan. For me, the lasting power in nail polish is not something I look up to, because, you know, I try to change nail polish quite often. You know, I like to match my nail polish to my makeup or outfit or whatever, so I don't care if the lasting power is good, and I don't think it's anything special with this one, even though at this stage it lasts up to 7 days. No, it doesn't last up to 7 days, but overall, I think it's very good, affordable nail polish. And what I really do like about this nail polish is that at Catrice website, when you choose the shade, there is actually a picture what the shade looks like in nails. So another nail thing I have been really liking is this Express Dry Spray, so I will not be buying this anymore because it doesn't label if this is vegan or not. But this really does work. So when you do your nails and then you spray this on, the nail polish really gets dry immediately. I was like, can this product work? But it does work. So I think I will from Catrice buy a dropper thing that dries your nail polish quicker. But this really does work. Okay, so those were all the products I wanted to talk about, and I have still a couple of things I want to mention. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I want to mention each month my favorite YouTuber of the month. And my favorite YouTuber of the month of January has been Angelica Nyqvist. So Angelica Nyqvist is a Swedish beauty YouTuber. She does amazing videos. I really do love her content. She does very beautiful colorful eyeshadow looks and I just love them. Her and my makeup style is quite different, but she really has inspired me to use more color in my eyeshadows. I typically do use quite neutral eyeshadow and then something bold in my lips, like today. But she really has inspired me to experience with colors, and I really want to start using more colorful eyeshadow. And she does very much indie brand makeup tutorials and reviews. So I have been lately interested in indie makeup. I haven't bought indie makeup that much yet, but I really want to find some brands and products that not everybody are talking about. So yeah, I think Angelica is very inspiring and I really love her content. Go check her out if you haven't already. And then a random favorite of mine in the month of January has been a TV series. So I have been watching Game of Thrones, almost all the series. I'm right now at the season 6, so I really love the series. I tried to watch it a couple of years back, but I couldn't watch more than 2 episodes because I was so upset that they decided to kill Lady, which is Sansa's wolf. But you know, I am vegan and I am very much animal lover, so I was so upset that I will not watch this crap anymore. But you know, then I decided that I will give Game of Thrones a chance because I'm very much into all fantasy stuff. It has so amazing characters and so amazing storylines, and one thing I'm wondering is that how can you get so much, you know, mean people and jerks in one series? A couple of my favorite characters have been the Hound. I think he is so hilarious. Every time he opens his mouth, I am like, oh my god, he's so funny, like, fuck the king. I love him. I love Tyrion Lannister. He's you know, he's one of the good guys, so I really think he's amazing. And I also did like Tywin Lannister a lot. So he's Tyrion's and Cersei's and Jaime's father, or was. Tyrion killed him, and I think he was a mean person, and you know, not something that people like and love, not that type of character. But I really loved the charisma of his character and the fact that everybody was afraid of him. Like when he walks to the room, everybody is afraid because there is something about him that makes everybody be like, oh my god. And yeah, I think he was interesting character. So that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below what have been your favorite beauty products or favorite other things in the month of January. And yeah, I'm so excited February is finally coming. I love February and I'm super excited of the Olympics. I'm so excited. And also what I love about February is Valentine's Day. So it's actually an engagement day of my husband and I. I actually filmed yesterday a Valentine's Day tutorial, so I'm excited about that. Put a thumbs up if you liked this video and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Bye bye.